I'm your host with the most, Local 93, joining me for Elementalists Winter Past, Chapter 2. Can't beat that holiday spirit. The ghost of Solstice Past lunges forward, darkness streaming behind it. Who are you? I'm about to be your worst nightmare. You launch a fireball at the ghost, but it dodges and flies straight towards Shreya. She throws up a shield of fire around herself. This isn't what I signed up for. The ghost recoils from the flames, but as soon as they dissolve, it darts towards Shreya once again. Who are you? Why does it sound like a broken record? And why is it only going after me? Ashter's magic rips up the floorboards and creates a wall in front of Shreya, but the ghost passes right through it. I can't stop it! Solids won't work against it. We need a more counteractive, effective spell. Blow it away, blind it. I'm gonna blow it away. Leave Shreya alone. You throw out your hands and air bursts from them, blowing the ghost back a few paces. But it races forward again, flying straight at her. What do you want? Why are you here? You jump in front of Shreya and brandish the locket you found with the ghost. Collecting the locket lets you question the ghost spirit. We're here to find out what happened in the family that lived here. Do you know anything about the girls in the locket? The ghost halts, shadows undulating around it in agitation. Its voice comes out of fragments. How did you get there? We found it in the dining room. It's not yours. You tried to steal it like the rest of them. Steal it? No, I told you I found it. But are you saying other people have tried to steal this locket? The ghost's glowing eyes fix on your fist clenched around the locket. Its whispers seem to come from another dimension entirely. Lots of people come here. They try to steal things. But it's my home. They get mad and they run away. That isn't yours. That isn't yours. Begone, you insidious spirit. Beckett tries to trap the ghost in a ward, but it phases right through it. It races towards you, darkness billowing behind him. Light flashes off a tail, and the ghost is momentarily stunned. Guys, we have to calm the spirit down before it attacks again. It keeps asking who we are. If we answer, maybe it'll talk to us. Spirit, we're from next door. Spirit goes still, glowing eyes widening. Do you know my house? The spirit turns toward Shreya, its shadows receding. Warped but distinguishable whisper fills the room. You look like her. Like who? What did you do to the family that lived here? Atlas mutters you out of the corner of his mouth. What happened is floating right in front of us. Atlas, shut up! Spirit hears Atlas, and the shadow around it thickens, launches itself at him with a shriek of fury. Get out! Atlas clenches his jaw and thrusts his hand out towards the spirit. This is the best idea I have. A frigid fog billows out of his palms and engulfs the spirit. Icicles form around it as it sinks towards the floor. What? It worked. It's weak to the cold. By golly gee willikers, I think it's a ghost Pokemon. But the spirit lets out a hiss of fury, already breaking free of the spell. Get away! Ezekiel, I need more power. I'll teach you the spell, but then we can cast it together. Cast the freezing spell with Atlas to stop the spirits in its tracks and have a longer chance to question it. Let it go, let it go. Alright, just focus on turning the ghost particles to ice and make it heavier and restrict its movements. Atlas sends another blast of cold at the spirit while you search out the particles, finding them and you channel your magic. Sorry, spirit, but you're getting 2 out of hand. The spirit's form hardens, pulling it down to the floor. It lands with a soft clunk and watches you warily. A disjointed voice reaches your ears. Why did you do that? Ezekiel, now's your chance. Get some answers out of it. Please, Spirit, we aren't here to cause trouble. We just have some questions. Can you tell us why you get so angry during the solstice?
I never get to celebrate it.
Hold on a second, you want to celebrate solstice? Maybe instead of trying to haunt the family that lived here, it was trying to celebrate solstice with them? A spirit cursed to frighten those it only wishes to be festive with. While tragic, that seems a little far-fetched. Besides, if it wants to throw a party with us, it really has a weird way of showing it.
I just want to leave, to just like everyone else.
To your surprise, the spirit shrinks back as you all take a step closer. I think it's like a loner, you know, like where you are alone for so long that you think everyone's your enemy. I knew it. It's afraid of us. What does it have to be scared of? It's a scary one here, locking us inside, screaming at us, saying it's gonna eat us. Let's have calm down for a minute. Shreya kneels in front of the spirit. Look, spirit, I get you don't like that we barged in, but you've kind of locked us in, so unless you let us go, we're stuck with us.
You can't leave yet. You have to do my list.
Alright, that's settled then. If you're going to make us spend time with you, the least you can do is talk to us. Spirit watches her, but doesn't respond. Ezekiel, I think this means you can ask it another question. Okay, Spirit. Are you really a ghost-type Pokemon? Is there a Pokeball nearby? I mean, what? How long have you been here? Why did you keep going after Shreya?
She looks like Kiva.
So you know my mother. When was the last time you saw her?
She was littler than you. It was Solstice Eve. I think she's probably older now.
Spirit suddenly starts convulsing, coughs racking its body.
I'm cold.
Last I checked, ghosts don't get coughs. It said it's cold, not coughing. What? The ghost starts to disappear. As it does, an eerie whisper reaches your ears, making you shiver.
Complete the list. You'll be trapped with me forever.
Feel the slightest flutter of air against your face, and then the foyer is still and quiet, silent. Okay, that wasn't nearly as bad as expected to be, but now what? The ghost is gone, and we're still stuck here. I think we should do as it said and complete its list. If it's a ghost of its word, it'll let us out once we do it. You seriously believe it? No offense, but if I were a ghost, I wouldn't let people leave my haunted house just because they did me a few favors. But you aren't a ghost, Alice. It clearly has a reason for being here. I think it wanted to talk to us. We obviously scared it. That doesn't seem like the evil ghost of Solstice Past from your or Nahal's story, Shreya. The ghost of Solstice Past from our story doesn't know our mother, either. This expedition is shaping up to be full of unexpected answers, only I'm not quite sure what they are yet. Maybe if we complete the task about feeding the maw, the ghost will come back, and we'll be able to talk to it more. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Oh, sure, but when I suggested it was foolish. There's a loud growling sound. Zeph let out a strangled shriek, but Atlas just rubs his stomach. Speaking of feeding maws, I'm starving. I think the kitchen's that way. Don't think you're gonna find food in a haunted mansion, but okay. He heads for the door on the other side of the foyer, and the rest of you start to follow. Don't go deeper into the house. Have you ever watched a single horror movie? Relax, Zeph. We've seen the spirit in action. Though it returns, we should be equipped to deal with it. Oh, you're finally admitting the house is haunted, then. For lack of a better word. Kitchen lights flash on as you enter. There isn't a speck of dust anywhere, and the baking ingredients are laid out on over the counters. Tim, no, don't eat anything. Hey, I recognize the ingredients. They're for chocolate chip cookies. You're kidding me. The ghost wants us to make cookies. What am I, a baking service? This is, a pretty sweet deal. Think about it. Ghosts don't eat, so who are the cookies going to be for? That's right, us! Oh, the ghosts must be partaking in the human tradition of offering house guest snacks. Yeah, it's touching or whatever. But there will be snacks if you don't hurry up and start helping make them. I know my Abuela's cinnamon chocolate chip cookie recipe. It's kind of a family secret, but if it'll get us out of here, I'll share it. Yes, please. The circumstances might be unconventional, but I hoped I'd get to try baking for the first time this solstice. You know what this is shaping up to be? The Great Locums Locos Bake Off. That sounds like a competition. And you know I'm always game for competitions. Beckett pinches the bridge of his nose. If it will speed us up through this task, then sure, let's make it a competition. I elect myself as referee. Alright, Locums Locos, whoever makes the best cookies, as judged by Beckett, gets the title of Cookie Conqueror. They start on 3. 3. You dash around the kitchen collecting supplies. Alice grabs everything he can fit into his arms, and Aster hot on his heels. By the time you gather all your ingredients, Griffin's mixing flour, cinnamon into a bowl, while Shreya cracks eggs into another with air magic. Griffin, go long! One bag of chocolate chips coming your way! Zeph air launches a bag of chocolate chips over the island counter towards Griffin, who makes a leaping catch and lets out a whoop. Langley Hernandez duo, unstoppable in Thief Arena and the kitchen. I can't help noticing that none of you grabbed any measuring utensils. Come on, Big B. Haven't you heard that love's what makes things delicious? Not precious measurements. It's true. Love. By the fiery spirit of the champion. Alice dumps butter and flour into a bowl and starts smashing them together with a potato masher. I think it's finally time I got payback for the snowball fight. I'll replace Atlas's sugar with salt, steal all of Atlas's chocolate chips. I'm gonna steal the chocolate chips and eat them. The look on his face is gonna be priceless. You airlift his bag of chocolate chips away, and he isn't looking. Dump them onto your mixer. He starts frantically searching his workstation a couple minutes later. Hey, anyone seen my... Bust of chocolate chips overflowing your cookie dough. Soon-to-be dead brother. As you speared away from Atlas, you noticed Aster frowning at the buttons on the electric mixer. There are so many speeds. Do I use this one? Aster turns the electric mixer to full power, and the butter and sugar go flying around the kitchen. She rounds them up with air magic. Sorry! I'm so sorry. Eunice Beckett, using metal magic to direct several spoons scooping cookie dough onto a cookie sheet and tiddle up to him. What happened to just being referee? We'll need a contingency plan in case none of your cookies pass the spirit's standards. If my calculations are correct, I make exactly 2 dozen. Move over, you two. I need some counter space to shape my cookies into Eiffel Towers. Oh, that's so creative. I'm making mine into grandfather taxes. The branches are a little hard to shape, though. Cute ideas, but not cute enough to outshine my Tim cookies. You show off your cookies. There's a blobby body, a long tongue, and a curved tail. Tim lets out a happy croak, and his tongue darts out to stick affectionately to your cheek. I'm with Tim. That's a perfect likeness of him. As you and your friends crowd around to show off your cookies, you notice Alice in the corner, hoarding a bowl and eating raw cookie dough from it. Alice. No! Brandish your spoon like a sword as you run over to Atlas and grab the bowl out of his hands. He looks scandalized. Hey, what's the big idea? You can't eat stuff with raw eggs in it. Haven't you heard of salmonella? I thought you were gonna go, no! And then I want some too. Alice grabs the bowl, starting a tug of war. Think I'm scared of a little stomach bug? I have a stomach of steel. Wanna guess what I had to eat when I was running from Rafe? No, I don't, but I also don't want you throwing up while we're trapped in a haunted house and might need you to help fight the ghost again. He sticks another spoonful of cookie dough in his mouth, smile all around his spoon. Delicious. Ezekiel, Alice, get away from there. And Alice leap into a defensive stances. What? What is it? Is the ghost back? Beckett points to something behind you. You look up and see, hanging in the doorway between the kitchen and the salon, that's just a mistletoe. Everyone knows mistletoe has a symbolic relationship with the blight-right weed, which coats unsuspecting passerbys and noxious. Mistletoe's for kissing. Beckett blinks blankly at you. You look around at the rest of your friends, who look just as stumped as he does. What? It's Is that just a tuneless thing? Like, you kiss it? Yes. Yes, F. You kiss the mistletoe. I want to watch. It looks too prickly for that to be any fun. Ugh, I cannot literally believe that I'm having this conversation. Tuneless kiss each other under the mistletoe. Ugh. Hard pass. Is that like a rule? What if you end up under the mistletoe with your sworn enemy? And you shall have the most hottest and most passionate makeout kiss. You kiss someone under the... you have feelings with under the mistletoe. And trust me, no one gets coated in noxious anything. Oh, tuneless in their bizarre customs, although I guess there's something charming in associating a little plant like that with romance. I'll check it for bright right weed just in case. Asterix sends her wood magic towards the mistletoe. The plant rustles for a moment before going still. Nope, no weeds, just one happy little mistletoe. As the rest of your friends return to finishing their cookies, you meet Shriya's eyes. Pull her under the mistletoe. You take Shriya by the waist and gently tug her towards you. Hey, gorgeous. You were standing a little too far away. Shriya grins, looking pointedly up at the mistletoe. I'm so changing his hair back when I get the chance. I'm sensing an ulterior motive, and I'll admit this is a tuneless tradition I'd be partial to trying out. All I heard from that was, Ezekiel, hurry up and kiss me, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Listen, I took a minute and I changed my hair. Shriya's laughter is cut off when you bring your lips to hers in a sweet but passionate kiss. She pouts when you pull away. That's all I get. I figured you wouldn't want to put on a show for everyone else. But it's white. Listen, if we have people wearing blue hair now, white's gonna be just fine. Shriya taps her finger against your lips, a devious grin spreading across her mouth. She lowers her voice to a purr. Don't worry. They've all got sugar on the brain, and besides, what's a kiss if it isn't a little scandalous? Raises her eyebrows, taking her fingers off your lips. You smirk and then lean in for another kiss, wrapping your arms around her waist. That's more like it. You let yourself get lost in the feeling of her mouth moving against yours. You can barely suppress a shiver as she nips your lip. Okay, I don't know how long we can get away with literally making out in the corner of a kitchen. You're right. Good thing I've already thought ahead. She cups your face in her hands, her whispers brushing over your lips and making you shiver. How about we leave the menial labor to the others and duck into the saloon for a much more enjoyable activity? Are you saying you want me all to yourself? That's a little greedy for the holiday season, isn't it? Darling, I can't share you all the time, especially not when I'm hardly had a moment alone with you all day. Sneak into the fancy saloon for some romantic one-on-one time with Shriya. Let's get out of here. Without another word, Shriya gives you a devious grin before grabbing your hand and pulling you away. You take the bowl of cookie dough just for good measure. As soon as you enter the poshly decorated saloon, Shriya gives a giddy twirl before practically leaping into your arms. Freedom. Not much of a baker, I take it. It's sort of a domestic task. I can only handle in small doses. I'd much rather eat sweets than make them. I agree with that. And besides, right now I'm in the mood for a different sort of sweet entirely. She gives you a tantalizing grin, her fingers toying with the hair at the nape of your neck as she looks up at you. Let me guess, it's, my lips. You, my perfect paramour, are very astute. Though a fire burns and rises, her movements are slow and deliberate. Her lips inch closer to yours, her breath ghosting over your lips. Just when you think she's going to make contact, her tongue darts out instead, tracing a slow line over the bottom of your lip. That makes your knees quake. Shriya. Yes, darling? Her nails scrape down the back of your neck as her lips brush yours just barely. When you lean forward into it, she pulls back and you groan. What's the matter? In some kind of hurry? Yes, actually, in case you forgot, there's a whole kitchen full of people who could notice at any moment we're gone. Fine, then, spoil sport. She surprises you by darting forward, her mouth warm and inviting, covering yours as she pulls you tighter against her. You stumble forward as she trips backwards. Careful. I could have sworn there was a couch back here somewhere. She continues to pull you backward, her mouth working insistently at yours, all the while you follow her blindly. We should probably stop before... Oof! The loud clanging of piano key shocked you both to shriek as it sits right down on the keyboard. Oopsie, where did this piano come from? I'm pretty sure it's been there the whole time. Well, at least it's in tune, Forget about the piano. Press forward, challenging her in a kiss. You plant your hands over the keys on either side, playing a catacombus chord. You're right, you and I make the most beautiful symphony all on our own. Wraps her legs around your waist, pulling your hips flush against her and making you shiver. As she shifts, the piano emits a harsh series of notes, which I'm sure anyone in this house is going to start hearing. You step closer, your leg parting hers as you try desperately to get as close to her as possible. You step down on the sustaining pedal, and when Tria shifts against the keys, her other fist clenching around the clothes at your back, the note rings out louder. This is my favorite song. I need some more vocals. Shall I make you sing for me? She arches her body into yours, angling her head to nip at the tender skin of your neck. She teases the spot with her teeth before tracing over it with a satin tongue. A little out of key, my sweet. What note do you hit if I do this? Her thighs squeeze in around you, drawing you closer, until it's only clothing between you. She captures your lips again, purring into your mouth, your whole body singing. You start to lose yourself in her kiss, her touch. You drag your hands up her thighs, bunching up her skirts, one hand pressing to the small of her back, and yet jerking her impossibly closer. Ezekiel. You're just about to reach for the zipper at the back of her dress when... I hate you. I hate every single one of you. I'm telling you, it's a ghost. It's playing some god-awful, tuneless Christmas song. You and Tree both freeze at the sound of Zeth's voice. Your eyes meet, and you see the Tree is choking back laughter. I think I saw the piano around her somewhere. Should we investigate? Oh, sounds like that's our cue to get back out there. Or we could give them a little surprise show. Wouldn't they be surprised? Still, Shreya pushes you away to straighten out her clothes before you help her off the piano. I suppose we should rejoin them. I'd hate to see what a mess of things they've made without me there to guide them. How anyone survives without you around, I'll never know. I ask myself the same question every morning while I moisturize. She holds that hand to you, and you take it before heading back towards the kitchen. You're enjoying freshly baked cookies later when the list flutters out of your pocket. You read the new message out loud as your friends gather around. Task 2. Search the shadows for forgotten treasure. They bury it again with tape and measure. Okay. Well, I guess we don't need to break between tasks then. The cookies, they're gone! Who took my cookies? Snorlax! You turn back towards the counter, but the cookies have vanished. Atlas throws up his hands in frustration. Great, just when I thought this ghost couldn't get any worse. I'm still hungry. Let's look on the bright side. If we can do each task as quickly, we'll be done with all 3 in no time. Okay then, so what kind of treasure would be forgotten in the house, and why would we have to bury it again? Ooh, maybe the family has a long-lost fortune hidden somewhere in the DeLune castle. Or it's a dead body that came back to life when we broke in, and it's zombieing around, and we have to stop it. I bet it's, I know, because they said it was a present, right? I don't think it's a ghost body. I'm gonna go with so much money. Not even money, but like gold, jewels, maybe a crown. I don't want to be a downer to either of you, but I'm pretty sure the family that lived here weren't pirates. Okay, so the actual paper money, but don't rich people like hoard cash in safe places or something? I bet they have enough money lying around to buy this chateau with. Come on, guys, we're treasure hunting. Well, whatever the treasure is, it won't find itself. Onward, locums locos. 3 waves you all out of the kitchen, and you trek deeper into the castle. After exploring for a while, you find yourselves in a long, narrow hallway on the 2nd floor. You eye the numerous doors to each side. So I see 2 ways we can do this. We can open the doors one at a time, maybe find the ghost behind one, and all get attacked together. Or we can each open one door and all at the same time, and only one of us might get attacked. But before any of your friends can reply, the nearest door creaks open. Ezekiel, it heard you.
Do your worst, foul cretin. I've seen you in action, I know it won't be bested again.
A dark shape bolts out of the shadows. Ah! Ah! Not today, ghosty. But a shriek calls up a tween fireball. The figure takes a seat on the rug, and you realize it's only an animal. Yep, it's Christmas kitten. A cute Christmas kitten. I want one. I want it in all white, though. The most adorable cat blinks up at you with round, friendly eyes. She lets out a cheerful meow. Oh my god, look at you. Freya extinguishes her fireballs and crouches down to scratch the cat's chin. The cat's eyes close happily and a loud purr rumbles through them. How did you get in here, little creature? Cat lets Aster pet her head before letting out a mew and bounding towards you. She twines around your ankles, her body still rumbling with purrs. You know what? I could think of better ways, or worse ways to die. Huh, getting trapped in this freaky house was worth it, especially specifically for moments like this. You scratch the cat's cheeks, feel the vibration of her purrs against her fingertips, and she boops your shin with her forehead. Me too. I want to pet her. See, he wants to die this way too. I was wondering when Atlas, lover of little furry animals, was going to make an appearance. Atlas crouches down beside you, but when he reaches for the cat's back, his hand goes straight through. He jerks back. What? But what? Slowly, his mouth spreads into a grin. Ghost cat. This is the best day ever. He tries again, and this time his hand touches the cat's back. The cat lets out a friendly meow. Okay, I'm slightly tempted to say this whole nightmare has become a dream come true, thanks to this little kitty. The cat runs around Zeph's ankles before jumping playfully into Beckett's arms. Oh, hello there, little fluff ball. His expression softens as the cat blinks up at him, her feet curled up into his body. He lets out a soft chuckle. Huh. You don't feel so very ghostly, that's for sure. Can we name the cat? We have to name her. She looks like a killer to me. Seriously, she's literally wearing a red bow and cuddling in Beckett's arms. Yeah, she's so cute, she killed all of our fear. Pepper. Mint. I'm gonna name her Peppermint. What do you think of that, Peppermint? For your eyes, Peppermint phases through Beckett's arms and lands on the floor. She scampers down the hall to another door where she looks back at you meaningfully. I think she wants us to follow her. As you step forward, the door swings silently open and Peppermint disappears inside. You all file in after. See, this is how we all die. It's been fun, guys. Have a good one. Lights go on, revealing a cozy bedroom with a fire crackling in the hearth. Peppermint jumps onto the bed and gives a luxurious stretch. She looks right at home here. She must have been staying in the castle for a long time. You'll all want to take a look at this. Beckett lifts a framed photograph off the desk. It shows 2 young girls outside the Chateau DeLune, one of them holding a cat. It's my mom and the DeLune girl again. How big a part of the DeLune's family life was my mom. Look at the cat. It looks just like Peppermint, doesn't it? Same color and everything. Go look at Peppermint curled up on the bed. Her head perks up when she hears her name. God, I want you. You're so adorable. She's got to be the DeLune's family cat. Her spirit stayed behind in this house, her home. What if, when the family fled, the ghost of Solstice passed, they didn't have time to take Peppermint with them? And those are neglectful owners. Either way, Peppermint led us right to this picture. She's helping us out. We should take her with us so we can finish our last 2 tasks. His voice softens, betraying a gentler emotion. Just think, what if we're the first people she's met since her family ran away? We can't just leave her behind. Sam curls around Peppermint, who purrs and nuzzles against him. You look at Peppermint, Toodle blinks back and gives a soft meow. Adopt Peppermint to gain a fuzzy new friend and a moral boost when you face the ghost of Solstice Past. Really a moral boost. Question. Why do we need a moral boost? It's a kitty. Look how sad this thing is right now. And it just looks normal. Sad? Normal. Seriously, what did you think I was going to pick? Giving your arms wide, Peppermint leaps into them. She nuzzles her forehead against your cheek, body rumbling with renewed purrs. Then bounces on the bed, excitedly in celebration. Alright, I think you're going to fit right in, Peppermint. There's no such thing as too many animal friends. You can say that again. The ghost will be no problem now that we have Peppermint on our side. Okay, locos. Theory time. What does the ghost of Solstice Past have to do with my mother and the DeLune girl who lived here? What if they were all friends? Maybe we're looking at all this wrong. Kind of scary ghost just wants someone to bake chocolate chip cookies. Maybe, just maybe, something else ran the family out of their home and the ghost misses the people it was friends with. An interesting theory. We wouldn't see the ghost in any other family pictures besides, obviously, and it wouldn't show up in them. And if the family left suddenly during solstice, then the spirit would get extra sad at this time of the year. Adopting Peppermint has earned you a clue. I think that means that your theory is right, Ezekiel. Peppermint, were you around the DeLune family left? Peppermint's ears droop. You give her a kiss on the forehead. She nuzzles against you. Just then you hear a faint sound coming in through the open bedroom door. You inch towards the door and peer out. Just another bout of coughing rings out louder. Should we follow it? Peppermint phases out of your arms, landing silently on the carpet. She scampers on ahead, leading the way without an ounce of fear. Come on, let's go. You file out of the bedroom and inch your way along the hall toward the door at the very end. The coughing gets louder and louder. Peppermint nudges the door open and slips into the room beyond. You follow, finding yourself in a silence and pitch darkness. Hello? Anyone? I mean, it's not like we can leave. Could you at least tell us what this treasure you want us to find is? There's no answer, but goosebumps run up your arms, and you know you're still being watched. Let's brighten things up, shall we? With the candles lit, you realize you're in an old study. You take a step forward, and a creature jumps out from behind the desk. Okay. Ah! What the hell is that thing? Oh, God. I'm doing this.
Oh, you said a bad word. Dolan has the bell here.
Becca steps forward, facing the strange, cartoonish dragon warily. What's happening here? Are you the ghost? What do you want?
So many questions. I just want to have some fun.
Dragon flies forward and grabs Atlas, flying him up towards the ceiling. He struggles, his wrists held tight in its grasp. Let me go. Somebody get this thing off of me. Drag the dragon back down. You're not going anywhere. You jump and grab the arms around the dragon's legs. It falls to the ground with a cry of pain, letting Atlas go.
Ouch!
Atlas leaps to his feet and faces down the dragon, gathering flames in his palms. What's the big idea, you? Wait! A ghostly figure of a little girl jumps between Atlas and the dragon, who shrinks rapidly, turning into a plush toy. The ghostly girl picks up the plush toy, hugging it tight, and then she scowls at you. Why did you do that? Oh, hold on, you're the DeLune girl. What are you doing here? I thought you were different. Shadows gather around her, thickening and darkening until the ghost of Solstice Pass floats before you.
But you're just like everyone else.
The howl of wind, the ghost disappears, leaving you and your friends in stunned silence. You finally find your voice. Ghost of Solstice Pass is the little girl who used to live in this house. Oh, no, I'm shocked, really. No, I didn't see that coming at all. Anyway, without further ado, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down the description below, links to social media, Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. It's very much appreciated. And, hey, consider hitting the bell notification and hitting the join button. It'd be great to have you as part of the Locums Locos crew, and it's a great way to support the channel, especially around this holiday season. And without further ado, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace!